Hey, welcome back to another episode of Flavor and Fiction. I know what you're thinking. Why is she doing this from her car? You know what? Don't judge me today. I I had a lot of issues with my computer, with the ring light, with everything. Like I was going to be late this morning. I got up early to film this, but it just didn't work out. So you know what? You got to do what you got to do. So here I am. And if you're tuning in for the first time, Flavor and Fiction is a segment where I read a book from my 2023 reading challenge, and then I give you a short spoiler-free review of the book, and then I make a recipe with an ingredient mentioned in the book. So you get your flavor and your fiction. So this time the category was a book set at the beach, and I chose The Island of Sea Women by Lisa C. I got it from the library, currently overdue, got to get it back. And the book ingredient was crab. So I chose to make mini crab puffs. And I actually made them a couple days ago and I brought them into work. And at the end of this video, you'll get to see me do a short taste test and I'll give you a review about the recipe. But first, let's get into the book. So the story is set on the Korean island of Jeju, and it's through like the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. And by the way, if I mispronounce anything in Korean, I apologize in advance. So this is during the time of Japanese colonialism, and it focuses on two girls, Young Suk and Mi Jae, who are best friends. Young Suk is the daughter of the chief Haenyo. I think that's how you say it. Haenyo. They are a collective of female divers. So in Jeju, it is tradition for the women to go out and earn a living while the men stay home and watch the children. Sounds like a dream, right? But the women, the diving is dangerous, but because they're diving for like octopus and crab and any kind of sea creature to not only feed their families, but to sell. So because the Haenyo are the breadwinners, they are really well respected in the community. So Young Suk's mother is the chief of that collective. And then you have Mi Jae, on the other hand, who she grew up sort of rich, but only because her father was a collaborator. He worked for the Japanese before he died. And now she's an orphan, being taken in by her aunt and uncle, who are not happy to be raising a collaborator's child. They don't treat her very well, and that kind of spills out into how the rest of the community treats her. So the book follows the two girls as they become best friends, more like sisters, and they really rely on each other through childhood and adulthood, and it shows how their lives unfold through World War II, the Korean War, and how outside forces really show them how different they are in upbringing. But, they still manage to hang on to each other through a lot of personal tragedy. So with the war going on and with both of them marrying two very different types of men, their lives get kind of pulled in different directions, and they work really hard to hang on to their friendships, even though so many things are falling down around them. And once they both become mothers, they're both trying to do what's best for their children, and that leads them both to make some really decisive moves, which can and maybe affects their friendship. So, but I'm not going to get into that. You'll have to read it to see. I don't really normally like to do heavy reading during the summer, because even though this is a book set at the beach, this is not a beach read, just so you know. It was really heartbreaking at times and then heartwarming at other times. And this is the first book of Lisa C's that I've read. I'm hearing her name more and more now. And I think I will add her other books to my reading list, because it was really well done. This could also be categorized as like historical fiction. And like I said, it gets heavy at times, but it's just so well done that I really think anyone will enjoy reading this book. You just, may need to put it down from time to time when it gets a little heavy. It's not a book that I just like flew through, So all in all, it's a book about friendship and how it survives throughout, war. And I highly recommend it. Just be prepared. You have to be in the right kind of headspace for this book. So now that we've covered the fiction, let's get to the flavor. Here's the video of me making these crab puffs, and I don't think I even showed every step like I normally do. I think I was just hot and tired and wanted to get it over with. But here's the video of me trying these crab puffs. The first thing we do is grab our dough sheet, our crescent roll dough sheet, cut it into 24 pieces, and then we spray a pan, a mini muffin tin with Pam, and press each square down into the tin like so. And then in a bowl, you want to mix your lump crab meat, your chopped garlic, your mayo, your paprika, your Dijon mustard. I use Grey Poupon because I'm fancy. Your parsley flakes, your pepper, and your salt. Just mix it together and distribute evenly into each of the little tins. And then when it comes out of the oven, it should look just like this. And then you let it cool in the pan for a couple of minutes before you transfer it over into a cooling rack. And then you are set to go. Okay, here they are on the rack. I'm about to do my taste test. Okay, I'm about to do my taste test. I'm not really excited about eating a crab puff this early in the morning, but here we go. I don't know how I feel about the Dijon mustard. And I love Dijon mustard, but ooh. The aftertaste is good. Is that normal? Huh. I'm really on the fence, but I'm about to let my coworkers taste them and I'll give you their reviews. So as you can see, I was a little unsure about them, but they grew on me. I think it's just the fact that I was eating crab puffs like early in the morning before work. It didn't, I shouldn't have brushed my teeth first. But like, I really like them, and my coworkers love them. They went really fast, and I was really happy to see that. So I'll take that as the mark of a good recipe when it gets snatched up quickly. So as usual, I will provide a link to the recipe and to the book down below in case you want to purchase the book and try the recipe. And let me know in the comments if you decide to do either. So thank you for joining me for another episode of Flavor and Fiction. I hope to see you next time, most likely in my living room and not in a parking lot in my car, but gotta do what you gotta do. So be sure to subscribe and like this video. Happy reading and happy eating.